Hi, I'm Stacey from Kids Learning for Life, and today I want to give you a peek inside my homeschool, so come on with me. This probably goes without saying, but my homeschool day can vary widely from day to day. But I do try to have a typical routine in place just so that we can make sure we kind of check all the boxes and get everything done. My children are currently in TK, first grade, and second grade. So I've got young ones, so our homeschool day typically takes from about 9 in the morning until noon, or about 3 hours. So sometimes we start a little earlier and sometimes we end earlier. Our mornings start with our kids waking up at 7 a.m. Sometimes I'm up before them and other times they're waking me up. After we get up, we cook breakfast and eat. And that basically starts us off and we're ready to go and start school. Right after breakfast, my kids start what I like to call morning work. For my older two, this is an Evan Moore handwriting page and an Evan Moore daily essentials. So it has a little bit of reading, English, language arts, and math on it. My youngest is doing a big kindergarten workbook that I got off of Amazon that has a little bit of handwriting and a little bit of math and so on. I like the morning work because it's a light, easy way to get my kids into their lessons and get them kind of into that school mindset for the day. The goal of this morning work is for it to be independent. They should do most of it on their own without needing me to help them. This allows me a few minutes to either clean up from breakfast or even sit down and start checking a few emails. Since I work from home, I do have a little bit of flexibility in my schedule. I don't always need to be in my office sitting down looking at a computer screen. Sometimes I just need to check my email and answer questions. Once my kids complete their morning work, they move on to any other independent work that they can do. Now, when I say independent work, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to be working 100% independently. What it means is they're the only one working on that exact book. So math for my kids, they're all in primary mathematics, but they're at different levels. So while I'm not busy, I can teach the lesson to one while the others are working on other independent work. And once they get the hang of the lesson, they can go work on the actual practice on their own. Then I'll have time to teach the next math lesson to the next child. For us, their independent work is their morning work, which they should already be finished with, their math, silent reading, and sometimes iReady. iReady is an online platform that helps to teach reading and math lessons. We do 10 minutes of silent reading where they just get to pick some books from the library, have Alexa set a 10-minute timer, and they just can read whatever they want from our library. As they finish with the work in different subjects, they get to go over to the iPad and check off our daily checklist. Basically, the checklist lets me know what they're done with, and it's a visual thing for me as well as them. If you want to learn more about this daily checklist that I use or how to get your own copy, you can check out this video right here. As my kids start getting some of their independent work done, as I see time, I'll start doing group lessons. For my older two, they're in the same level of our reading program, so I make sure to teach the lessons to them together. I also teach science and history as group lessons. Now, we don't do science every day or history every day, but we do a mix of both throughout the week. So I'll do these lessons in the later morning once everybody's finished most of their independent work. Once the boys have everything checked off, typically it's time for lunch. If I haven't cooked lunch already, I'll have them go outside and play while I'm cooking lunch. After lunch, it varies on what they do. Sometimes we'll have a quiet movie, other times they'll go outside and play some more. It kind of varies depending on the day. The only key is typically they need to be out of the house or quiet so that I can do my meetings. I've been able to work out my schedule so that most of my meetings are in the afternoon when my kids don't need me for homeschooling. The rest of the afternoon, my kids basically have free play. They can do whatever they want to do outside or play games inside. They know where their toys are, and I'm doing meetings or working online. If I do end up having a meeting in the morning, I can adjust our homeschool schedule a little bit. Sometimes my husband's able to take over and teach homeschool in the morning. Other times, I may utilize online curriculum such as iReady to teach kids their lessons while I'm in my meeting. Right before bed is when we do our family read-aloud time. I really like this time to just be able to sit down in a quiet environment. My boys are all ready for bed, and we get to read a story together. Even though I have my homeschool set up to do homeschooling between 9 and 12, homeschooling really does happen all the time. When we go on rides in the car, we really love to listen to audiobooks. If you want some recommendations for good audiobooks, check out Jenny's video on best audiobooks for kids. My kids are really enjoying the Boxcar series, so we're probably about 30 books in, and there's so many books to choose from that we just keep going to the next one. There you have it. There's a typical look inside my homeschool. It does vary from day to day depending on different activities or my work schedule, but for the most part, that's what I aim for. Do you typically do your homeschool in the morning, or do you find another time of the day that works best for you? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really interested to find out. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to get more homeschool content just like this. See you next time.